Good evening, everybody. Welcome to our finals recap. You guys just witnessed Game Three. Cardo, the Celtics respond. They got the split in the Bay. First game at home. They take this one 16 to 100. Um, I know there's a player on the Celtics that every time he's mentioned, thoughts come to mind. But he played a big role in tonight's game. That's it. Your thoughts on Boston taking a 2-1 lead?
Yeah, I mean, Rob had an impact, but it wasn't about him. It was Jalen Brown, and then later Jason Tatum controlling the game, and Marcus Smart. I mean, it was a collective effort. Even Al Horford stepped up compared to last game, but Jalen Brown, to me, not only did he set the tone, he controlled the game in the first half, which allowed the Celtics to get a big lead. And you saw you saw the Celtics. I mean, you saw the Warriors have to fight just to get back in the game. Now they went on their third quarter run and got the lead, but once the Celtics really buckled back down and they weathered the storm, which is what I wanted to see. That's the key to the Warriors. Can you weather the storm with their third quarter run? Because they're going to hit that run. If you can weather that storm, then you can beat them. Because then they fold because they're not used to teams hanging with that, and that's exactly what happened. Especially in the fourth quarter, the Celtics responded with a run. I think it was a 9-0 run or 9-2 run, something like that, and then the game was over. And see that Boston outscored them 23-11 in the fourth quarter. I mean, the Warriors had 11 points in the fourth quarter. It was their night overall. We can get into the scoring and all that, but just a couple things. Boston out rebounded the Warriors 47-31. That's just huge. They only turned the ball over 12 times. The Warriors turned it over 17. And they had 52 points in the paint, whereas the Warriors had 26. They just won in every way, 50-50 balls, the hustle balls. They're just a more athletic team. People always be like, you got to have skill and all that. I'm like, hey, not if I move fast and jump higher than you and I'm stronger than you. When you have more of that going for you, it leaves room for error skill wise. You can make up for it. And that's what you have with the Celtics, man. I think just looking, I think Wiggins the only one that athleticism out of everybody that's played. Kuminga is super athletic, but he didn't get a game. I think Wiggins is the only one that can match the athleticism that the Celtics have. Clay's not as athletic, obviously considering the injuries coming back from. Um, Steph was never that dude. Draymond was never that dude. Poole, Otto Porter. We can go down the roster. They're not on that level athletically. And Boston is, you know what I mean? And at literally every position, even Al Horford, sometimes he's getting the ball and he's leading the break and he's moving. He's moving faster than a lot of guards across the league, man, even at his age. So, man, look, it was their night. They came out strong. And you know, the Warriors got to do something. They going to do something. Steph was Steph. Clay woke up. Wiggins was solid with 18, 7, and 2. But Draymond, man, Draymond got to give him more. Like I said, look, Looney 6. He has his hands full with Rob Williams. Uh, they kind of cancel each other out. Rob got the edge with the boards and a little bit more scoring. But Draymond's the factor, man, because it's not enough just to play defense. He got to score. He has to score enough. Get around 10 points a game with the Warriors, what they got production wise from Steph, Clay, and Wiggins, and Looney to make this a series, or Celtics got it. That's why when we was coming in, I just couldn't decide. I don't know. I know the Warriors had the edge experience wise, but the Celtics are more talented and they're deeper. You know what I mean? And it's tough, man. Look, it is what it. I mean, Draymond's your power forward. He's 6'7", but Tatum is bigger than him. I mean, Jalen Brown's 6'7" at the 2. You know what I'm saying? So it's tough, man. And then look, the Warriors perimeter. outside of Wiggins. They got to help Wiggins defensively. Like they got to help. Like it's bad, man. It's just they picked on Steph bad in the first half, and Poole he couldn't even really play. He couldn't even play. He was 4 for 8. He was 21 minutes, but he had to keep getting subbed out because they was cooking him, man. Like, bro, it's bad, man. Like I'm telling you, all this step back, tween, whatever you want to call it, like, bro, if you can't defend, especially at that level, man, it's brutal. It's brutal, dog. And then when they exploit you, and it's all right, damn, he really can't play defense like that. The whole world said, you know they're coming for you. So then it's just a matter of like, can you prove them wrong in a couple days? Because that's what I saw, man. But look, the Warriors, in a lot of ways, they got punched in the mouth, man. And in a lot of ways, you got to applaud them. They fought back. But it's not enough, man. Like, they got to get production and from their starting front court and their bench. They have to, and it starts on the defensive end for them. If they do that, then they can make this a series and whatnot. If they don't, then Celtics gonna run away with it. Because let's see, all right, so they had 18 off the bench for the Warriors. Grant Williams woke up today a little bit. He had 10 points. Derek White had 7. He was off, and then Peyton Pritchard had 3. So that's 20 points. So the bench had the edge in that. And then if you look at the starters, damn near all their starters. I mean, Rob Williams was 4 for 5 and 8. He just needed another bucket, but you pretty much can say their entire starting lineup were in double figures. That's not. It just really comes down to that. Something. And they gotta get grimy. They gotta get strong. And I think the Warriors sometimes the finesse game is cool, but when you matched up with a team like this that not only is skilled, but they can beat you. Being physical and doing all the dirty work. You got to match that. The Warriors matched that in game 2. You saw what happened. The 2 games they lost, they didn't match it. So they got some soul searching to do, man, because they're going to have to match that. They're going to have to dig deep to beat them because trying to beat them skill for skill, talent for talent is not going to happen.
Nah, what you mentioned talking about the edge and athleticism, it reared its head tonight on both ends. Everybody you mentioned, the three folks on the Celtics, wasn't like any of them got super hot from deep. They were putting the ball on the floor and attacking. They were moving the ball, but everybody was attacking. Was able to put the ball on the floor and attack. And like you said, with Wiggins being, in terms of the only athlete on their roster that gets consistent minutes, I mean, that's do the math. How many other people are not Wiggins that you can attack off the bounce?
A lot of them. And there's no shot blocker back there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the other thing. I see the Celtics attack today. They didn't settle like a 17 for 24. Hell, if they would have hit their damn free throws, it would have been easily a dub. The game would have been over earlier. You know what I mean? So, and it's hard to attack Boston. First of all, they held on the perimeter defensively. Mm-hmm. And you got the guy who I wish was here for the hometown team. He even injured. Even injured, he's a monster in the middle, though. And that's what most teams need. Especially when you don't have great defenders on the perimeter. So it's like what you said. Go ahead.
Nah, but and that's the thing. They do have good perimeters on a defender, and you have that coupled with the agility, the athleticism inside. And again, it's one thing if Golden State had comparable athletes on the perimeter to combat that, because then maybe you could get those dudes. You get Robin foul trouble or something like that, but you don't. Like you said, it's matching skill with athleticism. I think one of a great play was example of that was in the 4th. Clay gets free, beats Jalen for 2 seconds. Jalen closes the gap and punches it out of bounds. That's what they have. So even when they're beat, it's momentarily. It's you have them for a moment, and if you can't make it happen in a moment, you got the person that you beat trailing to fix their own mistake, and you got people waiting for you. And I think the other thing I would definitely agree with is the turnovers. For one, we talked about that coming into the series. You can look at the turnovers. Whichever team takes better care of the ball, I think so far has won each game. And then the other thing, who's matching that force? Who's leading in that regard? We saw the Celtics having a game 1, Golden State responding game 2. Tonight it was Boston in that regard, outside of the 3rd quarter, and they went right back to hitting them to responding in force in the 4th. or even to close the third. I think they closed the third on like an 11-6 run. And again, the way they're going about it, there's a reason Boston's here. There's a reason Boston's been able to get past teams they've been able to get past. They have to deal with. And again, going back to Draymond, this isn't a facilitator series, man. You got to even up the math on the floor, because right now you not being a threat whatsoever at all you're not helping anybody. You're not helping your team right now. Like obviously, go ahead.
And all that stuff that worked in game 2 didn't work. They hit. You know, he was trying to get in Jaylen Brown head, talk trash to him. Jaylen Brown just got up, walked past him, went back and got on the plate and proceeded to cook him and score on him. And took it down. That's what you do to those guys when they try to take you out your game. Look, I know Draymond, they don't like his antics, but we grew up with someone who did it far better, and that's Dennis Rodman. Defensively, rebounding wise, and with the antics, I mean, the master at it, like a real master, is mental warfare. And the best thing you do with those guys, you just play basketball. You just stay with it. Don't even give them no energy, no attention. And when you do that, they break. They don't know how to take it because it's not working. Because now it puts more pressure on them. It's like they're out there looking stupid, just talking, trying to do stuff, and it's clear, but it's not working. And now it puts more pressure on them. Like, you're gonna produce, you're just gonna be out here just doing all this funny stuff. Because right now your man killing you. And that's what Jaylen Brown was doing. Al Horford damn near had a triple-double, dog.
This man played 35 minutes, had 2 points and 4 rebounds.
And 3 assists, and you supposed to be the facilitator. And guess what? Clay woke up. You had 3 assists, and Clay woke up. Steph had 31, Wiggins had 18, and Clay woke up. He had 25. So, you know, you see what I'm saying? Like, at some point with Draymond, he got switched to southpaw. If that ain't focus, sometimes you just got to turn that off and focus on basketball. I need to score more, or at least be a threat. You taking 4 shots, dog. That's that 4-on-5 stuff I'll be talking about, and they know it. So you making it harder for the other guys to have to get shots on top of dealing with that matchup when it's already hard as hell one-on-one to get that matchup, because damn Celtics got like 8 people that strap. They don't lose nothing even when they go to their bench. So look, man, he got to step up. It goes back to him. Everybody's looking at Clay. Clay woke up. Steph did what he do. Wiggins did what he supposed to do. I mean, hell, he got to deal with Tatum, and he did. And look, every series, Tatum has yet to be efficient.
Yep.
That's Wiggins. Tatum has yet to be efficient. Next thing, Tatum was 9 for 23. And he had 26 and he had some threes, but he had to work for every shot.
Jaylen Brown been doing what he wants.
That's Clay. And you know, and that's what I'm saying. And so Steve Kerr in the second half put Wiggins on Jaylen Brown. I think he had like 22 at the half. He put Wiggins on him, and it kind of calmed Jaylen Brown down.
But then
everybody else, the floodgates open for everybody else. That's what I mean. Like you got he's the only one that can get stops consistently, and he can't guard everybody. And he's still giving you 18 and 7 rebounds, 2 assists. It's like, hey man, this ain't looking good, because that's the one thing coming to series. Everybody like the war. I'm like, bro, I'm not looking at the perimeter. They gonna go back and forth, but up front, Boston got a clear advantage.
Yeah,
because them brothers can score. Even Rod Williams, fine. You may not throw into the post. He go to work like he Embiid or something like that. Which if you throw it in the room, he will go get it. That's a weapon. And he makes up for it defensively, because guess what? You ain't scoring on him either.
No, you end up with less than what he gets. So, you know, advantage him. And again, the job he does patrolling the paint and protecting the rim. So if you do get by those guys outside, he's down there waiting. But yeah, Dre, it's right at you. Like, you have to respond.
Come on, dog. And
this was a disgusting performance tonight by him. You know, just call it exactly what it is, right? We know we held Al Horford and Marcus Smart accountable for wherever they were in game 2.
And Rob Williams.
Where the hell were you, Draymond Green? 35 minutes, 2 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists.
And fouled out.
Yeah.
He was getting cooked. You see what I'm saying? And then the athleticism, it showed on the 50-50 balls, man. Like, geez, dog. Like, man, because it seemed like every time, like, it'd be a long rebound. It'd be a rebound that gets tipped up in the air.
Oh yeah.
And Wiggins and all those guys are trying to jump for, and Al Horford or Rod Williams or Jaylen Brown would just Tatum. They just come out of nowhere, just grab that joint, move the ball, and somebody get an open three. Or if it's on the ground, you see a green white jersey.
They flash across the screen. Yep.
They get to the ball before everybody else, man.
Yep.
It's just they're winning that. They're killing the Warriors in those areas, man. Then you get out rebounded 47-31. I mean, geez, 15 offensive rebounds. That's it right there.
Yep.
That's it right there. I would love to know the second chance points. I'm gonna have to look that up for next time we talk about this.
You said the second chance points in this game?
Yeah, like all points off offensive rebounds.
Give me a second. We got time, man.
Because that's huge right there, man. 15 offensive rebounds. Damn.
Wow, that's crazy.
52 points scored in the paint. That means it's no resistance. Ain't nothing down there for us.
All right, I'm gonna try another site real quick because that's like you said, and Golden State can't afford it, and that's the thing. Those are places they can't afford to, like, even if you lose on the glass, you can lose, but you can afford to get punched on the glass. You can't afford it.
And this is where, people on them hard, whatever. The social medias.
Oh,
this is where they miss Wiseman.
Yep. Yeah, they sorely miss him.
Wiseman.
Yeah, you sorely miss him in this.
Because people forget when they started this championship run, they had Bogut at center.
They've always had
Zaza. They had big bodies. You just can't.
JaVale. Like, they've always had something. Yeah.
Evan was 7 feet, mobile, athletic, get those boards. Looney doing the best he can, but he got to deal with Horford and Lon Williams, though. And
it's the first time they haven't had a footer.
Even Al Horford is still a better athlete than him.
Like you said, it's the first time they haven't had a footer. It's the first time. Like, that's, yeah. They're going to have to figure that out, man. But, again, Draymond, I know that performance is disgusting.
You get smacked like this, and Celtics literally only had 4 fast break points all down. They didn't even need it. So that means they was killing y'all in the half court, just out executing, getting whatever shots they wanted. 46%. My bad. 48% from the field for the Celtics. 37% from deep. Man, they made it free throws. This easily made 20s.
Yep.
So this was their night, man. But Jaylen Brown set that tone. It goes back to what we talked about before. Jason Tatum get the headlines, but like I said, I don't see it like that. With their talent level, I keep saying it's Elgin Baylor, Jerry West, because these guys can get 30 just like they can, like they used to back in the day. Like literally get like 39 and 8 between 2 players. Both of them are this. They capable of doing that. It's just that the Celtics got dogs around them, man, and even though they scoring, it's hard to score on them. We've seen what they've done. You know what I'm saying? And it's not. That's why I keep saying. Sometimes you're measured by who you beat. You get KD and Kyrie about it, and then you get the defending champs. And even though they was hurt without Chris Middleton, but still you got Giannis just trying to. He's a handful. Take a whole team to beat him and stop him or slow him down. Beat him. Next round you get Jimmy Butler out of there, who had some historical performances. Man, they not tripping no more. You know what I mean? So, look, man, Warriors. Woof. Now they're in a must-win game because you can't go back home down.
Nah, you can't. And honestly, I don't think they're going to be. They haven't been able to solve the Jaylen Brown problem yet. They haven't.
Let's call it what it is. Yeah. Let's call it what it is. You got Wiggins on Tatum.
Yep.
I love Clay. Clay can't guard him.
Nope. And shit, they put Draymond on him. He can't either. So
he's too quick.
We do our best to be honest here, right?
Put Gary Payton on him. He cooked Gary Payton too small.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan Poole, you serious? He looking at Steve Kerr like, don't do that no more. So then you had to put Wiggins over there. Which is my turn.
Yep. And again, what that means is what's it called, Jalen? And like you said, Jason gets the headlines again. Like it's a partnership. They go together. Literally, like you said, Jason's been inefficient this entire time, and Jalen's quietly right there holding him down this entire time. And somehow, people pick and choose what they see, what have you. But Jalen's always, every series during this run, he's able to get into the paint and start trouble routinely. It's with him. The only issue is like, can you not turn the ball over while you're going about doing your business?
Out of
he
order.
doesn't turn the ball over. Go ahead.
Out of order. Like it starts defensively. They're gonna have to stop. They gotta get stops, dog. Like my man was above 50% from the field. He was 9 for 16. Like he didn't feel nobody. He didn't feel nobody. Except when Wiggins got on.
They might have to.
Yeah, like Wiggins on. Like Wiggins' defense is so on point this series. Like he's blocking their shots. Like Tatum, he's blocking Tatum and Brown shots, dog. Like you don't see the shots get blocked. Jumpers too. So it's ridiculous, man. You know what I mean? So actually, I want Wiggins to be more aggressive offensively. Like, go hunt your shot more, dog.
What's it called? You one of the only ones. You're the only one athletically that gets minutes that can put the ball on the floor and have a chance to finish inside. Because nobody else can elevate over there.
And you earn the right. You up here getting big stops. You earn the right to get a few more shots.
Yeah. So, I'm interested to see what Kerr got to figure some stuff out, because you might have to sacrifice some of that offense to get people that can accidentally stay in front of folks or compete better defensively. But
get some of that.
Yeah, honestly, like look, you might have to take the L on experience, but you need the athleticism, bro. Get them kids out there. You're not gonna know how they respond until they respond. But what we do know for sure is athletically, they offer more resistance than what's in front of them currently. But again, it means you got to live with the good and the bad. But right now, like you said, you can't even play pool. Oh, look, Jordan's out there. Attack.
Oh, my God. Woo. Like, Kuminga, look, get on Jaylen Brown, make him work. That's your only job.
Yep.
Anything you give us offensively, it's a plus. Do that, though. And don't turn the ball over. That's it.
Like, even that could go a long way. Like, it's just, like you said, somebody to offer some semblance of resistance. Because, again, when Wiggins come over there, Tatum's free to do what he wants. And I'd rather keep him inefficient and bothered. And but you got to figure something else out. And right now, the veterans, the old guys on the team, none of them is an answer to deal with that young kid. None of them. Wow. And like you said, GP athletically, but he's 6'1", 6'2"? Jalen's a big dude, so.
And you probably see it because you was on the Mystics game. Yeah. He had GP on him at the top of the key. And GP up in him, hand extended, like up in him. Jaylen Brown was mixing him up. Like just dribbling that. And he wasn't even trying to go nowhere. He was waiting for the offensive run, but he was still just keeping him at bay, like get up off me. Sometimes you'll mix him up to let the offense run, but it's telling the defender, like, be careful. You know what I'm saying? Just giving them a warning. And if they make the mistake to reach, I'm gone. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it was. And I was like, oh, damn, like he can't guard him. Like he cannot guard him, dog. Like it's oof. So only like GP, this ain't Dallas. He gotta get on somebody like Marcus Smart or Pritchard or somebody like that. Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, not only are they too big, man, they too skilled. They can handle the ball like a point guard. So even when you try to get up under them, it don't work. So
that's the case. You got to match athleticism with athleticism, and there's only but so many of those over there, and they're all right now not in the rotation.
Right. So if you ain't gonna play Iggy, Kuminga gotta get some minutes, man. That's it. Like that's only adjustment. You gotta go deeper into your bench and just like hope for the best, because you never know, it might work because he might struggle, and they're like, okay, we got something here. So you gotta throw the young fella out there, because right now they're food. Because even with Clay waking up, whatever Stephen Clay give you, Tatum or Brown is matching it.
Yeah, they're offsetting there. Yep.
But then Al Horford is eating off of them because they passed them Rockwell. They've been doing that throughout the series. So now Al Horford's damn near getting a triple-double. Rod Williams killing you because all his points are dunks, and they hurt. They're loud. I mean, look, man, it is what it is. And then Marcus Smart, 24, 3 for 7 from deep. I mean, hell, he even beat Wiggins off the bounce, you know what I'm saying, a few times. You know what I'm saying? Like, And he was getting to the lane like clear, like it wasn't even no adjustment, just swing through, dribble, lay it up.
That's another bigger body dude too. Get downhill, like
Posting
again.
up stuff, man. You posting them up and just dropping them off. Yeah. They just got more with their matchups and they deeper, man. So guys will have to step up, man. That's the only way the Warriors can win. They can't play their regular roles, or this thing will be over in 5.
Man, and what they have to stop doing is turning the damn ball over because they can't afford it. They definitely can't afford it.
That goes back to what we just talked about, the athleticism. Trying to make something happen, but against their length and their athleticism and their versatility as a defense. So yeah, they gotta stop turning the ball over, but it's also them trying to make something happen.
Yeah, and I think that was a good point too, that they might to succeed, it might be doing things ways that they don't typically do it. Like we saw them late, kind of keep running their stuff to try to get a 3. Like, bro, you gotta take what's there sometimes. They're not giving you that coming off that, especially with there's no reason to honor Draymond right now. Yeah, Clay coming off something, we're both gonna be there. What are you gonna do?
Die by the jumper. Sometimes you die by the jumper. Like I said, you gotta understand when you're not hitting at that period of time. Get easy twos because those misses they add up, especially when they coming down, scoring. And so they on the 8-0 run before you hit a shot. Now you hit a couple of threes, it looked like it's not as big of a deal, but those threes you got to work harder to hit those threes, man. You know what I'm saying? Whereas those layups easy, they ain't taking no energy. Anybody can do that. And scoring feeds your energy. You be surprised though. You tired, you get a couple of buckets. I ain't tired no more. I ain't with it no more. I ain't as tired. It feeds you.
The greatest second wind ever.
Hey, you like, I love this. Let's go. Keep putting points on the board, man. So
it's a pivotal game 4 for Golden State, man. Can't afford to leave Boston. Can't go 0-2 in Boston.
Okay. And Draymond, and I love Draymond. I'm a Draymond guy, but he got focused.
Yep.
It was too much going back and forth. Why you even worry about what Cedric Maxwell say? Address all that when the job is done. You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
Like, it's too much of that instead of focusing on the bottom line. Celtics focus. They ain't doing no shows. They ain't doing no extra podcasts. They're locked in. That's why they're up 2-1, man. He got to get locked in. Because when he got embarrassed in game 1, he owned it and he locked in. And he came out and had a great game in game 2. Then ever since then, he's been replying back to people making slick comments or whatever like that. I'm like, bro, you showing rabbit is. Like, you supposed to be locked on winning games, dog. 4 wins. That's what should be your mission right now. You got to get back to that.
The main thing.
Exactly.
So we'll see. But shout out to Boston. Great win for them. They're 2 wins away. They got an opportunity to put a little bit more distance between them and Golden State on Friday night. Or Golden State got an opportunity. They have the same opportunity even in the series. We'll see how things go. But again, the Celtics responded from their game 2 loss. And so they still haven't lost back-to-back games during this postseason run.
Nope.
They've kept that together. So y'all have a great evening, and we'll see you guys soon.